Breaking news: Leafs has just been revealed, taking everyone by surprise. Our journalists have managed to obtain this valuable information. However, before we discuss the details of the news, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel, aiming to soon surpass the number of subscribers of Canadians. With everyone's cooperation, we aim to become the leading news channel. The moment of truth is approaching for those aspiring to secure a spot on the Toronto Maple Leafs opening night roster. As the final week of the Toronto Maple Leafs preseason unfolds, familiar faces such as Auston Matthews and Mitch Marner are set to return to the lineup. This marks the impending end of the somewhat arduous preseason, signifying the shift towards a more serious and competitive phase. Esteemed veterans will engage in their last dress rehearsals to fine-tune their game for the real season, and the battle for the remaining roster spots will reach its conclusion. We take a brief break from this news broadcast to bring you a relevant announcement. We want to point out that if you want to continue receiving the latest related news via YouTube suggestions, it is imperative that you leave your support by clicking the like button on this video. Thank you for your collaboration. Now, let's continue with the news coverage. The Leafs are scheduled to kick off the regular season at Scotiabank Arena on October 11th, where they will face their historic rivals, the Montreal Canadiens. Let's delve into the current status of the team and the unresolved matters at hand. Toronto Maple Leafs, a pivotal week for peripheral roster positions. Throughout the preseason, it has been the emerging young prospects who have captured the spotlight. Fraser Minten and Matthew Knies, both selected in the second round, have formed a promising duo in recent games, albeit against less formidable opponents. Easton Cowan, the Leafs' first-round pick from this past summer, has made a considerable impression with his notable on-ice presence, reaffirming the team's astute choice in selecting him. Nick Robertson may not have consistently found the scoresheet, but his speed and skill have been evident throughout his performances. Connor Timmins, who saw limited ice time after joining the team midway through last season, has exhibited exceptional offensive prowess during the exhibition games. Unfortunately, a lower body injury threatens to disrupt his quest for a roster spot. Timmins has certainly earned his place in the lineup through his standout play, potentially filling the void left by the injured offensive defenseman, John Klingberg, should the latter's recovery extend longer than anticipated. Knies' impressive preseason displays have further solidified the belief in his potential to be a significant contributor. His commanding presence on the ice warrants serious consideration for a spot among the top two lines to commence the season. While Minten and Cowan have showcased promising skills, their likely path leads back to junior hockey, where they can gain valuable experience in various roles, an opportunity less likely to be afforded with the Leafs. A return to junior, perhaps accompanied by participation in the World Junior Tournament, seems a reasonable objective for both during the upcoming season. Robertson, although not as dominant as some of the other Leafs prospects in preseason, avoids the waiver wire scenario for reassignment to the Toronto Marlies. However, the enigmatic situation surrounding Kalle Jarnkrok might influence Robertson's prospects. If Jarnkrok remains unavailable at the start of the regular season, a forward spot opens up, potentially altering the dynamics. The Leafs also face the task of resolving the backup goaltender situation this week. Joseph Woll is the expected choice for the backup goalie position, as subjecting him to waivers in favor of Martin Jones would be a questionable move. This decision might force the Leafs into the risk of losing Jones to another team. As the Toronto Maple Leafs make their final roster determinations, some players are bound to experience disappointment. While coveted opening night spots may elude a few, the ever-changing nature of the lineup throughout the season underscores the importance of readiness for all players. What's up, fans? What's your take on this news? Are you in agreement with it or do you have an opposite view? Don't hesitate to share your opinion in the comments below. This contributes significantly to our beloved team being aware of your points of view. Stay tuned, as I will return with more news at any moment.